So hello all and welcome. And I am the Bachelor Philosopher, also known as the Realist Philosopher, or just plain the Realist because, as anybody out there with half a brain knows, if you are a bachelor these days, you're likely a realist as well, which is why you're a bachelor. So how y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. So, in this video, I wanted to discuss the reality, yes, the reality of the wall and it being proven real and true, objectively existent by celebrities who are the biggest whores, the biggest shills, the biggest fakes, frauds, phonies, faux individuals out there who basically, sell their souls, which they don't have, to the highest bidder. Whoever will pay them, they'll shill that message. And we all know the message that they're shilling these days, right? Yes, the corporate message, the powers that be message that it's good, it's great, it's awesome to sleep around in your 20s and 30s because you can have kids, you can have meaning, you can have a valuable pair bonded relationship. Start one of those at any age, right? Turns out that's not really true, as celebrities themselves are going to prove to you in their own words. So let's get right to it, shall we? So, from the Daily Mail, of course, whenever you want to get a good R pill, a good dollop of R pill truth, go to the Daily Mail, baby! Exclusive! Oh, it's exclusive. Dating expert reveals why older celebrities are ditching the dating scene. Well, they're ditching the dating scene. Yeah, oh, sure, they're ditching it. It's their choice. It's not that they've run out of options. Oh no. Not that they've seen the writing on the wall and said, well, I have no chance of winning, so getting what I want, so now I'm just gonna stop playing. But not because I want to stop playing, but because I know I have no shot at winning. Yeah, ditching the dating scene, including Linda Evangelista, 58, and Drew Barrymore, 48. Yeah. Okay. It's hilarious. I love it when people who have no shot at winning act like they're doing this by choice, right? That they're quitting by choice. Yeah. A dating expert has revealed why older women have sworn off dating as a slew of celebrities, including Linda Evangelista, Andrew Barrymore, and Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda? Isn't she like 88 or something? Have come forward to share their lack of interest in romance. Only women can get away with this, right? If men tried to do this, they would be called. They would be called on their BS. Oh, come on, dude. You're overweight, you're old, you have no money. That's really why you're not dating anymore, right? Right? But when women do this exact same thing, it's like, oh yeah, well, we're going to feed into their delusion, or we're not going to challenge them in any way. Wow. Must be great to be able to delude yourself in this way and never be called on it. And be able to get away with it and live in your own little fairy tale fantasy land. Yeah. Linda, 58, recently dished on her stance on love and shared that she refuses to share a bed with someone because she doesn't want to hear them breathing. No, you refuse to share a bed with them because the only guys that are actually going to get with you are the guys you don't want, right? The guys you don't want. Losers, no money, mimbo dudes, they need a couch to sleep on, surfer dudes that might be homeless and living on the beach, but they're hot! Yeah, but they have no money. They have no future. And, like, well, these aren't the guys I want. I'm getting old, and I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I just can't put the effort into dating somebody who is so beneath me. I mean, really, it's just a situationship, and I just can't be bothered no more. Okay. Or there's just no guys that are at all interested in her. So she's the female equivalent of an incel. She's a femcel. Okay. All right. The Canadian model at 58? Model of what? What is she a model for? I don't get this. What is a 58-year-old broad, over-the-hill broad, a model for? Geriatric skin cream? Botox injections? I don't know. Confession comes after Drew Barrymore, age 48. Well past the wall. Jane Fonda, 85. Oh, she's 85. And Whoopi Goldberg. There ain't nobody wants to get with Whoopi. What guy's gonna get with Whoopi? Let me tell you something. All these broads, as old and haggard and over the hill as they are, they want dudes. The one thing they all share in common, they all have money. Lots and lots of money. Drew Barrymore, does she still have that crappy talk show? She had a crappy talk show for a while. And she had some, dubious quality movies in her, 30s or something. So, I mean, she's got millions of dollars. Whoopi's got tens of millions from that horrible The View. And I'm sure that Jane Fonda's got a bunch of money, right? I don't know who this Linda Evangelista is, but they're all pretty rich. The one thing they'll share in common is they're hypergamous women, as all women are. And they want a dude that can provide them with more than they can provide for themselves. Well, what dudes that have millions of dollars are going to get with Whoopi Goldberg? Or Drew Barrymore? They could pull 19-year-olds. They don't want these old broads. Whoopi Goldberg, 68. Wow. Good Lord. Yeah, there's a lot of millionaires out there going for 68-year-old overweight black feminist woke broads. Also shared their disinterest in relationships. Oh, relationships. Oh, okay. All right. So okay. So I see. So yeah, well, no kidding. Yeah. So they can probably still they're still interested in situationships because they know they can't get a relationship. Because the guys they want for relationships don't want them. The wall is real. You ladies just proved the wall is real. No, we didn't. We're choosing not to be in relationships. Oh, is that what it is? It's a choice? Yeah. Now, relationship expert and award-winning dating coach Julia Spira, I'm going to have to look her up on YouTube, see if she's got any videos I can mock, has told DailyMail.com why older women no longer want to live happily ever after. They still want to live happily ever after, but they've come to the realization, the correct factual realization, by the way, that they will never find anybody for long-term happily ever after, because no such guy exists. I mean, even if a guy existed that could give her happily ever after, she don't want him. Even when these women have no options, they still refuse to lower their standards and will die alone. The wall is real. The wall is real. The wall does not say that women of these ages who are post-wall cannot get a man. What it says is that the men that they want, high-value men, no longer want them because those dudes want looks and they want attributes that correlate to being fertile if those dudes themselves are going to get into a serious relationship. Because for those guys, a serious relationship, i.e. settling down, means having kids, which these broads can't do. So these chicks could find a man for a relationship, but they don't want those guys. And because they don't appreciate the values and virtues of these men beyond the resources that they bring to the table, which are not equal to the resources that they themselves can bring to the table, those women don't want those guys. So they're going to remain alone forever. The wall is real, and these celebrities are proving it so. Yeah. Thank you for proving the R-pill community right yet again, ladies. Yeah, they don't want to live happily ever after. No, they can't. With a partner and are more interested in giving themselves all the love they need. Yeah, all the love they need. Are you sure that's love? You sure you're not talking about lust? Because they actually can't get love. I mean, I know they have self-love because they're vain and narcissistic. So they have no problem with that part, but getting love from another human being, I don't know, unless they have a kid, that's not going to happen. The kid will love them. Not much choice there, really. Kind of like a dog, unconditional. You feed them, they love you. As long as you don't abuse the dog, it'll love you. You have the kid. As long as you don't abuse the kid, it'll love you. And in many cases, it'll love you in spite of, or in a lot of cases, because of the abuse. So, yeah, but are you going to get love from a man? Is somebody going to be, choosing to love you? Is somebody who has other options going to pick you? No. No. So this is the dating expert. She looks like a man. She looks like a lesbian. She looks like a butch lesbo, dressed like a dude, pantsuit, the short cropped man hair. She looks like she's had plastic surgery as well. Lovely. And here's Drew Barrymore, fat, homely, has not aged well. We know what she spent her teenage years and 20s and 30s doing. Drugging it, alcohol, copious amounts of heroin probably, cocaine, almost certainly. Lots and lots of one-night stands, lots and lots of situationships. Wasn't Netflix and chills, because as old as she is, she was having her fun before Netflix existed. Then she hit her 40s. It was like, oh, now it's time to settle down. Sorry, sweetheart. The wall cometh. The wall is here. No relationship for you. But I think she does have kids, though, I think. Yeah, she does have those, but just no relationship. Speaking to UK Sunday Times, Linda, who was previously married to Gerald Marie, divorced in 1993, shared her thoughts on entering a romance. She's divorced in 93, 30 years ago, so she's a really old broad. Yeah. She noted that she was not interested in dating. Well, that's good, because nobody's interested in dating you. And revealed she hadn't dated anyone since before Cool Sculpting, which happened in 2015. So she hasn't dated in 8 years. I don't want to sleep with anybody anymore. Well, you've had those, those hot spells, those hot cold spells. Menopause hit. Yeah, I bet. I don't want to hear somebody breathing, she told the outlet. Wow. She sounds very disagreeable. So besides the fact that she's kind of hit two walls, the first being her looks, the second being, menopause, dries things up. Worn out husk of a woman is what it turns you into. If the first wall didn't do that, the second one sure does. Now, she's been alone so long, she's set in her ways, she can't handle listening to somebody else breathe. Maybe that's why she divorced her first hubby. Meanwhile, Drew told New York Magazine that she was burnt out on the idea of romance. Gee, I wonder why. I spent a lot of my life loving romance. You're loving romance. You love the fifis. You love the butterflies of the, the honeymoon period whenever you got with a new guy. That was what you loved, okay? And drama and all of that, I burned myself out on it. Just like a drug addict would, right? Except usually with a drug addict, the result of that is death. For a woman who gets her highs off of the fifis of the honeymoon phase of a relationship, situationship, and riding the CC, the result of that is just, the second half of your life you spend it alone. I genuinely am tired and exhausted. Yeah, we can see that. Good Lord. Drew has been married 3 times. I didn't know she was married that many times. Holy moly. What's wrong with this broad? Oh, right. She grew up in Hollywood. She did E.T., the extraterrestrial. She was doing hard drugs from her teenage years on. Was an alcoholic. Rode the CC like nobody's business. I mean, she's probably got a body count in the hundreds. Yep. Proving us our pill is right yet again. Drew, thank you. Most recently to art consultant Will Kopelman. However, the pair split after 4 years of marriage and 2 kids, Olive 10 and Frankie 9. Well, at least she got some kids out of it, right? Yeah. And Linda and Drew aren't the only two. Now Julie has lifted the lid on the top 3 reasons older women are no longer dating. You mean the top 3 copes? I'm going to tell you the only reason they're not dating, they can't. Yikes! Who's going for that? Maybe an 80-year-old? Maybe a 90-year-old? Yo! Hello! Wow, she looks like she ought to be in the back of a broomstick. Yikes! Crypt Keeper. Damn. Diane Keaton. Oh, yeah. Diane Keaton. See, women in there, even though they're into their 70s and 80s, they ride the CC, or at least they try to, okay? In addition, as the decades continue to grow, the thought of taking care of a partner who has medical problems is a barrier for some women. Yeah, having a long-term relationship also means responsibilities that go with it. You know, for better or worse, sickness and health. That's just too much responsibility. Nah. Who would prefer not to take on the caregiving role later in life? Yeah, because as we all know, the men generally die before the woman. So there might be some hospice responsibilities there. Nah, I'm too busy having fun. Finally, if a woman has gone on too many bad dates, adding another series of one-and-done dates, it's not appealing. You mean she's accumulated too much trauma, which we regularly talk about in the RPL community. Julie also shared that because older women tended to be more established within their careers, they didn't feel an obligation to have a partner. That's just more copium. They'd love to have a partner if that person made more than them, right? But we're talking about top-tier broads that are worth millions. How many dudes out there make more than them? Anyway, and despite not having a romantic partner, not when a romantic partner, the dating expert shared the social interactions were still very important to single women over 60. Julie explained to DailyMail.com, many women are happy and content on their own and don't feel the need to be in a relationship. That's only because they can't be. Not because they don't want to be. See, that's the distinction. The don't want to part is the cope. Most older single women don't want to live a lonely and isolated life, and yet they did everything they could to make that a reality. Social interaction and friendships are high on the list for single women over 60. And by the way, don't live the life that these broads... See, the person writing this article thinks that they are spreading their social deconstructivist, you don't need no man, you go girl, a woman needs a man like a man needs a bicycle message to women who are now starting to come into this age bracket. But the truth of the matter is, this is a cautionary tale. Because what you're not taking into account, a lot of these women reading this, what this article isn't telling you, but which is blatantly obvious to me and anybody with half a brain, these are all multi-millionaire chicks. In some cases, these chicks are worth tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, of course, they don't need no partner. I mean, they can hire a nurse. They'll have round-the-clock hospice care when their time comes, which is very soon for Jane Fonda at 85. So, yeah, they don't need nobody. But for the average pleb who can't afford no private nurse and who's on Social Security and may or may not have a pension and probably no savings, because as we know, women don't save, generally speaking, it would probably behoove you to have a partner. Oh, but no, they don't tell you that. Oh, no. And most women are not only prioritizing their friendships, but are also focusing on their careers. Yeah. Julie told DailyMail.com successful women in the boardroom often take a break from emphasizing life in the bedroom. Yeah, but how many women are in the boardroom? How many women are pulling down 6-7 figures a year? Not too many. Most of them are bagging groceries at the local A&P. Would you like paper or plastic? Career-oriented women often have a difficult time making time for a relationship. Well, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer when they get older if that's the case. They ain't going to have millions of bucks like these chicks. They might put 10 toes into work and often put their relationships on hold due to a demanding job that could involve a significant amount of time with business travel. She knew that while it can be done successfully, it takes a lot of effort. No, it can't be done successfully. If it could be done successfully, all these chicks wouldn't be single and trying to cope, saying how much they love it. And it's a choice. Linda and Drew were just the first A-listers and long list of stars who have spoken out about their hatred of dating. Their hatred, wow. Yeah, the people with the highest body counts hate dating, of course. Because every date they're going out with, and every time they're going on that date, giving up that nookie with the expectation of getting some kind of long-term committed relationship from the dude, they're failing because they're shooting their shot with guys that are too high above them. And they don't realize the truth that we in the RPL community have been talking about. You're just a backup. You're just a side chick. You're just a one-night fun night. Because you're too old for anything else. Guys date when they are looking for something serious. They date with purpose. If they run into a chick who is going to make a good long-term partner who is wife material, they'll snatch her up. And if not, well, they'll still bang her. But it's just fun. But women mistake that for being interested in something long-term. Grace and Frankie's star, Jane, has frequently dished on her personal life. In 2018, she vowed not to return to the dating scene. In 2021, she expressed a lack of desire for a romantic relationship. She's 85. Grow up. I'm more mature than an 85-year-old broad. There's a point in your life, Jane Fonda, where you need to grow the hell up. The actress has been vocal about embracing a life without romantic entanglements, coping, and has consistently challenged societal norms regarding aging and relationships. Somebody with privilege. Plebs cannot live the same kind of life she's living. Okay? When asked by Page Six if there's anything she hasn't yet accomplished that she still wants to do, she said, I'll tell you something that I haven't achieved, which is a successful marriage. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why that failed. Yeah, somebody just prioritized their career their whole life. But the second part of your question is, do you want to? I don't want to. BS. You'd love to have been successful at marriage, but, you know, that option no longer exists for you, if it ever did. Asked if she's still having crazy sex, she revealed, no, 0. Yeah. At some point, the interest is gone. I mean, when you're 85, where are the older guys that are willing to hook up with you, right? Maybe when she was in her 60s, she could find a 95-year-old who could pop a blue pill, but, you know, or some mimbo surfer dude, right? That would be willing to bang her in exchange for some time on her couch. Yeah. Not anymore. No, 0. I don't have time. I'm old, and I've had so much of it. I don't need it right now because I'm too busy. My favorite ex-husband, Ted Turner, has always said, if you wait too long, it froze over. I think he's right. I couldn't have sex again even if I wanted to. Yeah, there's not enough lube in the world to make that coochie bangable. Meanwhile, iconic sex symbol Raquel Welch, who died in February at the age of 82, revealed that she had sworn off dating in the years before she passed. It's all massive cope, right? They've just accumulated, by that age, they've accumulated so much trauma, they've accumulated so much pain, and they have so many regrets that the S is no longer something that can be used to distract themselves from their pain and their suffering and their trauma. It just evokes it. They've accumulated so much. Yeah. There's Drew with, what's that? One of her husbands. Yeah. And there's Jane with Ted Turner in 1990. After 4 failed marriages, she chose a life of solitude because she was perfectly happy on her own. No. Come on. You can make that statement with a straight face. No, she failed at marriage 4 times. Accumulating ever more trauma, and now she just can't face it anymore, so she chooses to hide from it instead of make the positive changes required to be successful at it. That's what women do. Diane Keaton also spoke about her dating life. The 77-year-old This is your future, ladies, if you keep following this path. Who has never been married, told in style that she wasn't usually on the receiving end of romantic attention. I'm sure there were plenty of dudes that she friend-zoned that would have made excellent husbands. She admitted that she never gets asked out on dates. At 77, you don't say! Despite having plenty of male friends. See? I told you! Woo! I bet you many of those male friends would probably love to get into something with her, likely in the same age bracket. Some of them may be single, but no. By now, in for penny, in for pound, I'm wedded to the bad choices I've made. There's no out for me at 77. Yeah. In fact, the Los Angeles-born mom of two maintained that she had not been on a date in about 35 years. So she's a femcel. She's an incel. Meaning that she was likely in her 30s the last time she enjoyed a romantic outing. Okay. Meanwhile, in 2016, Whoopi told the New York Times that she wasn't much happier on her own, but is somewhat happier. Well, have you seen Whoopi on The View? She's one of the most arrogant, angry, disagreeable women out there. She's very masculine. I can spend as much time with somebody as I want to spend, but I'm not looking to be with somebody forever or live with someone. I don't want somebody in my house. Woo! Anybody want to step up and date her? Speaking of DailyMail.com, relationship expert Julie. Relationship expert. I question the moniker of expert. Julie shared her thoughts on why so many stars have ditched the dating scene. They're not ditching it. It's not a choice on their part. They have no choice. She explains celebrities have been vocal about their decisions to stop dating. Linda's one of the latest to join. Jane, Diane, and others who have decided flying solo is preferable. Often the reasons include losing her stint sex at 85, 77, 48, 58. I told you before, guys, women will, if they can, ride the carousel well into their senior years. Having been married multiple times and not finding anyone interesting enough to forge a relationship. Oh, yeah. Interesting, meaning wealthy. The dating coach also said that she didn't see this trend ending anytime soon. Nope. As long as you chicks follow euphemism, you will continue that trend. She noted that while men put more emphasis on having a partner later in life, women wanted to be alone. No, that's a lie. They don't want to be alone. They just have no choice. As women age and partnerships end through divorce or the death of a spouse, many prefer to spend time with other female friends. Again, they just want to, amp and gas each other up about their bad choices, and that's all that is. Overstarting a romantic relationship. Yeah, it's just cope. They're just coping together. Misery loves company. Generally speaking, older women don't feel the need to be married. Oh, they're too damaged. I was being really, really, really damaged to the point where you can't have that a choice. Well, I mean, it's a choice in so far as they made bad choices that led to them being that damaged. So they don't feel the need to be married or in a relationship later in life as much as men do. There might be some truth to that, but most of the time it's because they have no choice. However, the dating coach told DailyMail.com that this trend would most likely come to an end eventually. Yeah, it's called death. And older women would get back into the dating pool. No, only when euphemism goes the way of the dodo, okay? That's not going to happen. So there you go. Women telling on themselves, and the Daily Mail thinking that they are helping to spread the message, and that they're somehow rationalizing, justifying, and validating women going into their later years without a partner, and it's somehow great and glamorous and you can do it too and be happy. Meanwhile, all they're doing is showing the exact opposite. That if you follow the path, follow the road, the career path, focusing on career instead of relationships and family and meaning and purpose and fulfillment, in the way these women have, you will end up miserable and alone. And that's even more likely to be the case because most women are not going to have the resources that these chicks have that they can then use to distract themselves with toys and getaways and fancy clothes, distractions that the vast majority of plebs cannot afford. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Also, don't forget to follow me on Alt Tech. You will find my Alt Tech platforms at the top of the page. On alt tech platforms, I am The Realist Philosopher. On YouTube, I am The Bachelor Philosopher. And on that note, I am out of here. And I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Don't forget to give me a like and a thumbs up and leave a comment. Take care.